I'm also starting like a journey in my life of oneness with who I am, with the Creator, like building myself to accept who I am and not care what people think or be too, I guess, swayed by deception or lies. And the reason I'm freeforming is because I feel as though that's a step in that oneness. I don't know, it feels right. So
Peace of happiness, family. Peace of happiness, family.
stop it!
Welcome back to another service. Let's get to it.
But before we start, let me just say that we worked on the bus for months before I started my freeform journey. But unfortunately, we ran into a few problems along the way. Alright, so right now, Christian is outside getting snow off of the top of the bus because it's been snowing for the past 2 days. Our windows are leaking through because we pulled our windows out already and we haven't sealed anything. The windows are back in, if you can see. But we haven't sealed them yet and we won't be able to today most likely. So the only way to stop everything from leaking and causing more rust than we already have is for him to get on top of the roof and get the snow off, which is a bit of a challenge, it seems. I'm not doing it, so I wouldn't know too much about it, but let's see. I mean, we tried so hard to seal the leaks in the bus, but no matter what we did, nothing seemed to work. So after a while, we just slowed down to regroup and figure out what to do. And in the meantime, I took my spiritual journey a bit further, and I got locks. And before I knew it, I found myself spending all my time in nature. I mean, all of it. Until one day, I decided to record it all. So today's August 30th, and I'll be freeforming for 4 months on September 3rd or 4th. I believe 4th. So lately I've just been trying to be completely in tune with myself and in tune with like who I truly am. Because I feel like a lot of us, we're not who we are, if that makes any sense. It's been 5 months now since I started freeforming. I'm definitely on a more true path right now, and I feel good about it. Like, I don't have as much, but I feel good. Like, I feel free. I'm gonna be making some changes soon, and I'm sure I'll possibly document it. I don't know. And I did. Document it, that is. All the changes that happened within me. This time, I began recording my thoughts. Not just my external, but my internal growth. While in nature. With myself, of course. I find myself wanting more. More than anything this world can give me. Money, the system of education that it provides, the knowledge that it provides. I find myself wanting more. And I have a duty to myself. To all that is. To be who I am. All that I am. Life is so much more than what we know, what we've been taught. So now I come out here. I come out here. I don't know, it's the closest thing here to feeling what I desire to truly feel. And this still doesn't feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. I've done a lot in my life. I've reached a lot of places. I've gone to the coolest schools. I've done the coolest things in our society. But once you get to those places and you meet those people and you get to the levels that I've gotten to, you realize that it's never going to be enough. What they've given us is never going to be enough. These past few years of my life have been a journey. Like, if you guys only knew. In the past, I have been like all things, good and bad, righteous and evil. But now, I choose to be truth. So I left it all, and now I'm here with no money in the forest, like but I believe that something beautiful and magnificent is about to come out of it. So I want to take you all along with me. And I have taken you all with me through this entire process of freedom. And we're only going further from here. Because within those few months of self-reflection, I posted my first videos online for you to see. And soon after that, it was time to get back to the bus. This time with a new outlook on life and myself. The windows were still not quite the way we needed them, and the leaks weren't completely sealed. But we decided to keep moving forward anyway. So we started painting the interior and continued fixing the floors of the bus. And while contemplating what to do with the leaks, we eventually decided to hire someone professionally to seal them. Hopefully it holds up well. Eventually, after the paint dried, we removed all the plastic and tape from around the bus to see the finished product. Now, it was finally time to lay the floors down.
Getting some plywood for the floors.
Starting it up. This is the plywood we're buying.
We're actually buying the one to the left. To the left.
Oh, oops. I mean, this is the plywood that we're buying. I don't know what it's called, or how long it is, or anything. We're looking for someone to cut the wood for us. He's tired of me recording. It's nighttime now. We just got the wood. Christian's checking the windows to make sure there's no more leaks.
Looks good.
And we're gonna put
I don't know if it's dry,
the
but it's good now.
plywood in the car for now. And we're gonna work on it when it gets light outside again.
I made a mistake. Came out with a video camera when I made a mistake. Oh my gosh.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it.
Eventually we finished laying the plywood floors. Unfortunately, I don't have any videos of it. What I do have is this picture. It wasn't fully dried here, and we had to lay a few things on top to hold it in place until it did. But I'm sure you get the picture. Well, I hope you do. Anyway, here's a before and after just in case. Now, it may not look like much, but it took a lot of work. And after all of that was done, we decided to buy an IKEA futon as well. And we put that in the rear of the bus right away. We were just really excited to spend our first night in the bus. You know, get a feel for what it'd be like to really live in it. It's obviously nowhere near finished, but we're just so excited to sleep in our soon-to-be home. And even though it doesn't look like much right now, we're proud of ourselves for what we're creating. So we prepared to spend our first night in the bus. Christian, how do you feel?
I'm loving life. I'm loving life.
It's our first night sleeping in the bus. And we have nothing but a futon. But I'm excited. For most people, this isn't much. But we're not most people. And our first night went great. But it made us realize how ready we were to live a more nomadic lifestyle. And we began to question if we were letting the bus and our expectations hold us back from what we felt we should do. Soon, we fully came to realize it was just time to move. We felt it. We were being called to it. Besides, that's why we started this, to have the freedom to go wherever the energy called. And circumstances began to present themselves to make the move possible. And I say circumstances, but I mean miracles. But we won't get into that right now. Regardless, even though the bus wasn't fully finished, and there was so much more to do before it was feasible to take on the road, a way was given to us, a way even less luxurious than the bus. We put our expectations to the side and decided to go. Because it was never about the bus. It was always about being free. Living free. See, the energy has a path set for you. All you have to do is listen. And go with the wind. It's just that sometimes, somehow, that can be the hardest part. We get afraid of what could be. or not be. We let our expectations get in the way. Basically, we oftentimes tend to let our minds run the show instead of going with our hearts. But this time, we decided not to fight it. So we put the bus bill to the side for now and decided to go with the flow. But there's just one more thing we had to do before we left.
As I'm going through life, I'm learning some shit for myself, at least for myself. And one of the things I'm learning is this. To me, the thing that makes us healthy or determines if we're healthy or not. And when I say healthy, I don't mean physically, I'm talking about mentally, spiritually. The thing that determines if we're healthy really comes down to our ability to process pain, to deal with pain. Are we doing that shit in a healthy way or unhealthy way? Wherever you come from, everybody in this room has something in common. No matter what color, what neighborhood, everybody got something in common. And that's this. Everybody in this room has experienced pain. That's because you can't avoid it. We human beings, it's inescapable. It's inevitable. When you come to this earth, that's like the contract you sign before you get to this planet. You will feel pain, everybody. Now, if that's true, and everybody is destined to feel pain, why it seems like nobody ever showed us how to properly deal with that shit or process that shit? This is how life works. As you grow up, you see some traumatic shit. Your mother might be on drugs, your father might not be around, that's pain. You might see somebody get shot, stabbed, that's pain. Maybe somebody put their hands on you when you was young, that's pain. Or maybe it's a different type of pain, a more subtle, quiet pain that grows over time. And before you know it, you're 20 years old, and you walking around life with all of this shit on you. You carrying all this shit everywhere you go, and nobody ever showed you how to get this shit the fuck off you. And the next thing you know, you're 30 years old, and you walking around life, and you got all this shit on you. Now you got even more shit, cause you done been through your 20s, you done felt more pain. You got all this shit on you, nobody ever showed you how to get this shit off you. People leave this earth, and they never dealt with their shit. They didn't know how, and they didn't even know that they should. I ain't trying to wait till I fucking die to deal with my shit. I'm trying to handle my shit as soon as fucking possible. Fuck that. Sing! Some things in life that's better than yours. Listen, this is what you find. The good news is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Think being fucked was better. But you ain't never gonna be happy till you love yours. Love yours. Love yours. Remember that shit. Remember that shit if you need
it. And with that experience checked off, it was time to go. So, we'll see you on the road next episode.
Check it.
Check it.
Butterfly doors.
I want to take you all on a journey of truth, of life. I want to show you all what life could be, I want to show you all what life should be. I want to show you what happens when you let go of the world and you follow your heart. I want to show you what happens when you learn what your heart is, when you learn who you are. Let's go.